Hey everybody, current subscribers, welcome back. New viewers, welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse family. I hope you become a subscriber. That would be super great. So I was thinking a lot about something that would be useful, a topic to discuss. And I was thinking about, what if you're stuck with your narcissist? In a perfect world, ideally, we would all be narc free, living our best lives, and not have anything to do with these awful, wicked people. But that's not always feasible. That's not always an option for people. So maybe this one gets me because I was there for so long. If you are a minor and your parent is a narcissist and you're stuck in their home, you have my heart. It's so painful. It sucks so bad. So that might be your circumstance. You might be married to a narc. I am sincerely sorry if this is the case. Maybe you're co-parenting, trying to navigate through that. I'm sincerely sorry if that's your case as well, but that could be. Whatever the circumstances, there's hope, you guys. I'm going to give you 5 strategies to deal with your narcissist if you're stuck with them temporarily at the moment, whatever. It's not going to be permanent, you guys. You'll get out of it. You will prevail. Okay, so 5 strategies. My number one thing, and I think this is so crucial, this has been so instrumental in my healing and my recovery. Number 1, I'm saying, is get support. So maybe that would be social media. You're watching this, so that's a great start. You are finding your community, your people, your tribe. I have an Instagram account, and I have to tell you, it is incredible. Some of the best people I've ever interacted with are from my Instagram account. People that are overcoming narcissistic abuse from their parents, their family. It's so validating, and we provide each other with compassion that others just don't have. They don't know. No one understands this like someone that has experienced it. And oftentimes, outsiders it's over there, like they can't comprehend how toxic these people really are because they have not experienced it. So find your tribe, get support. Maybe you're going to go to counseling. Maybe that's your support. Great. The cool thing about counseling is that it's private. You don't have to involve your narc in it at all. Just go speak to someone, get this out. Number 1 is support. Find your community, find your tribe, find your people that speak your language, that understand this pain and abuse. It sucks, but oh my gosh, you guys, having a community supporting you is everything. So that's my number 1. My number 2 is to educate yourself. Educate yourself about narcissistic abuse, because knowledge is power. It really is. Like, we've been sustaining this abuse for so long and didn't know what it was, because oftentimes it's covert, it's real subtle, and it's just backstabs and jabs, and you're just that wasn't right. And it's you feel like crap, but you can't put your finger on exactly what it is that's going on. So if you educate yourself and you learn about narcissistic abuse, you're able to put names to these tactics that they use, this toxic crap that they're throwing at you all the time. It helps so much, and you're better able to combat what they're coming at you with. So educate yourself. Watch my YouTube videos, read books, just get social media has been incredible with this. So educate yourself. That's number 2. Number 3 is limit the narcissistic supply that you provide to this wicked individual. So narcissistic supply is any reaction that they can elicit from you. It's so twisted. So narcissists are so weak and feeble and disordered that they get off on hurting other people. So if they can get to you, they can hurt you, they're like, oh, that makes me more important. They feel important, that they have this power over you, that they're able to hurt you. They're twisted, so twisted and messed up and miserable. But if you limit the supply that you provide them, it's really empowering. Again, like, I realized that my mother is the narcissist and that I was her number one source of supply. And since that realization, I can't tell you how good it feels to have cut it off. You can do this by gray rocking or by the broken record technique. Gray rocking is like yes and no answers when you can do that. So like my narcissistic mother, for example, she would call me and she'd be like, so what's the new with you and the kids and Joe, whatever. And I would just be like, we're good. We're great. Great without you is what I meant. But, I would just keep it as vague as you possibly can. Don't give them anything, because she very much thrived off of me and my life and all of the supply that I provided. The other technique is the broken record, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's like you just keep repeating yourself. I feel like the broken record technique is good in instances where you're being attacked. This might be like from your spouse. If they keep coming at you with something, you can just keep repeating yourself and saying, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you feel that way. So that way they're not getting the reaction from you that they want. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is limit the supply, cut it off. So that's number 3. Number 4 is identify the family dynamic. If there is a narcissist in your family anywhere, if it's your parent, they have, or if it's your spouse, you're co-parenting and you have children with this person, they always, they ruin everything around them. So they're wreaking havoc on the family unit. So identify what everyone's roles are. And the narcissist, they manipulate things in their wicked way because they're toxic, and they love to, their number one thing is to triangulate people against the black sheep, or they triangulate siblings against one another. There's usually a black sheep, there's a golden child, sometimes there is a lost child as well. There could be an enabling parent, an orbiting parent. So figure out what your place is in this. If your spouse is the narc, make sure you're not the enabling parent. Make sure that you are a great resource for your children to come to, the healthy parent, the reliable, loving, nurturing parent. And if your spouse is trying to triangulate your children, turning one of them into the scapegoat or black sheep and the other one's the golden child, trying to pin them against each other, get yourself in there and cut it off, because it's just toxic. It's malicious and it's cruel. Identify the family dynamics. And if it's like your parent, your mom or your dad or whatever, that's the narcissist. Figure out, like, are you the black sheep? Are you the golden child? Whatever. And that will help you to navigate through, your role, your recovery, how you can minimize the impact of the narcissist on yourself personally. So that's number 4. Identify the family dynamic. Number 5 is the best one, is to have an exit strategy, a plan for how you will extricate yourself from their wicked abuse. Like I said, you might not be able to achieve this separation right now, but have your eyes on the prize and know that you'll get there. I don't know if this was one of my friends that said this one time or if I learned this somewhere, but when you're going through a difficult time, a way to help yourself is to give yourself something to look forward to. So have an exit strategy. If you're a minor, and your parents are the narcissist, are you going to go to college? Which I sure the hell did. I got out as soon as I could. Are you going to college? Are you going to just get an apartment? Are you going, what are you doing? What are you going to do? What's your strategy? If it's your spouse, how are you going to establish independence from this person? What does that look like? Do you have to start working, or what's going to be your source of income? Have an exit strategy. So those are my 5 ways to deal with a narc in your life that you currently cannot get away from. God willing, you will get away from them, but I understand it's not always possible. So, number 1, get support. Get support, find your tribe, find your people. It's everything. Number 2, educate yourself. That's huge. That brings so much sanity and validation. Number 3, limit your supply of your narcissistic supply. Don't let them feed off of you. They are like emotional vampires. They'll just suck the life out of you. They'll take whatever they can get from you. So that's number 3. Number 4, identify the family dynamic, what your place is, and what you can do to minimize the impact of the wicked narcissist, be it your parent or your spouse. More like, you can minimize the impact if it's your spouse, more so. If it's your parent, you can just focus on getting yourself the hell out of it and, what the role you're playing, or your siblings, whatever. So that's number 4. Number 5, have an exit strategy. Something to look forward to and living your best life and skipping off into the sunset. So I hope I helped you guys. You have my heart if you're stuck in this situation. I'm sincerely sorry, but there's hope. Hard times don't last. If you're going through hell, keep going. It's one of my favorite quotes. I do love quotes. We're bumped and we're bruised, but more than anything, we're blessed, you guys, because we're better people from this toxic abuse. We have a compassion and an understanding that some people will never know. So, God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. See you soon.